Hey there, it's your boy Foxy, back for more relationship stories. Update: the ghosting and cheating ex. Original post. Background: me, 30 male, her, 32 female, met 5 years ago. Been together for the last 3 of those years. The first 2 were spent just casually dating. I love this girl. We do have arguments a little more frequently lately, but that's because of my insecurity lately. See, about a year ago, I was going through a death in the family, and I wasn't able to be there for her. We decided to take a break for a few weeks, mutual decision, and for me to get my head on straight. We talked often during those weeks, nothing deep, as we wanted to give each other space. Weeks after we got back together, after I pressed, found out she started flirting with a co-worker. Went out a couple of times, went down on him too. She showed me the texts. We worked through it, but I've always felt insecure as they see each other every day. Recently, a few days ago, we had a fight. We'd made plans and she canceled the day of. Cool, right, so I say okay. She has a habit of doing so last minute and it annoys me, but whatever. So later we talk. I ask how her day was and stuff. She sends me a few pictures and I see a restaurant in the background. When we meet later, I ask her about who she was with and she doesn't exactly answer. But after taking it upon myself to look through her texts, I see a conversation with same co-worker talking about having lunch together at a very unique type of restaurant, the same that was in the background. I was so mad. I asked if it was him, and she repeatedly said no. I left, went home. I woke up and saw I was blocked everywhere. I decided not to bother her as we both needed time to calm down. Today I decided to look at her Facebook through someone else's account. It says she's in a relationship. The co-worker's account says the same. For context, when we were together, she never once put in a relationship. But I didn't care. It's only Facebook. Suddenly, her and co-worker who showed single are now both in relationships. I'm going crazy. I've messaged her friends and everyone she knows who I know, but no one is responding. What do? I can't work, I can't eat or sleep. If she broke up with me, I'd be okay, but she just chose to do it in such a way. I need answers. I need someone to tell me what's going on. I feel like I'm starting to come off as a crazy person. But what am I supposed to do? Now for the top advice before reading the updates. You say if she broke up with me, I'd be okay. She did break up with you. She did it in a rude and hurtful way by ghosting you. Grieve the loss and move on. Once you are happily involved with another, she'll probably reappear to try and haunt you again. Don't let her back in, not even as a friend, because friends don't do that to each other. This is true, to be honest. Also, 5 years dating is a lot better than 15, with kids and going through a divorce. You'll bounce back. I can't see it honestly. I can't see ever coming back from this. It feels like this will end me, but I'll put my blind faith in your words because I have nothing else. I've seen stories of guys bouncing back. If you want, you can DM me and I'll share some videos. Either way though, you need an outlet, like going to the gym, picking up a hobby, joining a fighting club, or class for something you want to learn. If you go with the fighting club, tell the trainer a little about what you're going through. Then get workout until you can't anymore. Then pick a day to do it over again. This sounds like something a teenage girl would do. She is immature and childish. She might have helped you out by acting like this now. Leave her alone and her friends and family. If anyone decides to text back, tell them to get lost. How do I just cut someone out I've relied on for support for 5 years? Before we dated and after, she was the person I confided in the most. I talked to her almost every day. I know you're right, but how do I do this? I'm so restless right now. So, are you assuming that she's now in a relationship with the coworker? She's blocked you and her friends aren't responding. Sounds like you've been dumped and that she already had something going on with a coworker. Your digging probably just accelerated her plans to dump you for him. Just guessing at this point based on what you've said. She's obviously immature for her age. She also sounds like she was in the process of monkey branching to another guy. So, 1. Block her. 2. Stop looking at social media, it's just pain shopping. 3. Block her friends as well. 4. Focus on your career and getting in shape. 5. Get some individual counseling for yourself. 6. Focus on your future and bettering yourself. So, you need the no contact for yourself. You need to disconnect from her and clear your head. You need to understand that you don't need her to be happy. I think that's a major issue in relationships. You have to own your own happiness. Don't get me wrong, my wife and daughter are a great part of my happiness, but you have to be able to have a sense of self and be happy with your own life. Does that make sense? Also, as time goes on, you'll find that maybe the relationship wasn't as great as you thought it was. It's not an assumption anymore. Her friend responded to confirm it. She said a lot just to hurt me. Too much. I just blocked all her friends and family. I think I get what you mean. I guess I've always seen her as part of me. It's difficult to see myself as a separate entity now after 5 years of opening myself so completely to her. Thank you for this in-depth response. I needed to hear it. Now for the first update. Been over a week since I found out my ex-girlfriend and best friend of 5 years had been having a long-term affair with her co-worker. She ghosted me when I found out. First thing is first. You people saved my life. I admit I was having very dark thoughts during those first few days, and the words and sentiments of you folks helped me trudge along. I still come on to read your words when my resolve wavers. You guys saved my life. Thank you. I finally told my family and friends. Some of them knew already as our friend groups were sort of blended after 5 years. And to say my mother was hurt was an understatement. She loved my ex and thought I'd marry her. I'd taken your advice and just went completely silent. I purged my house of everything that reminded me of her, everything she got me or left here, packed it into boxes, and asked one of my friends to deliver it to one of hers. I wanted to be proactive, couldn't sit still. When my friend got back, he told he gave her friend an earful about how I'd been treated. I didn't ask him to. Apparently she was apologetic. She supposedly didn't know my ex cheated. Yeah, right. I think she just doesn't want to look bad now that it's coming out ex is a cheater. No way she didn't know, but whatever. Yesterday a blank random Facebook pro messaged me. Hi OP, I got the stuff from Talia. I get you're probably mad at me. I get that I messed up by not breaking up sooner before things happened. But I think it's really cruel of you to tell people our business and even return things I got you as gifts. They were meant for you. There is no reason to be so ugly about everything. This is exactly why I did not say anything. I really think me just disappearing will help you move on faster. There's no reason for it. One day I hope we could both look back on our relationship fondly as something that helped us become better people. I hope you can reach that point in yourself. Ignored and blocked, she can get lost. I've got my appetite back. I still have moments where I just can't help but break down, but I feel anger more than anything else. I'm burying myself in work and most of my interactions with people involves a good deal of faking it, but I'll get there someday. What worries me is my anger. It's easier to just vent here. Here I won't get looked on with pity or tiptoed around. Thank you guys, for real. Translation. Hi OP, I got the stuff from Talia. I get you're probably mad at me. I know you are, but you shouldn't be because I had reasons and you should just accept that. I get that I messed up by not breaking up sooner before things happened. But I think it's really cruel of you to tell people our business and even return things I got you as gifts. How dare you tell people that I cheated on you over and over for a many-month span. I was really hoping to preserve my image and control the narrative. And now people know I'm a cheating idiot. They were meant for you. What the heck am I supposed to do with them now? There is no reason to be so ugly about everything. I can't believe you are trying to hold me accountable when I had reasons, and you should just accept them. This is exactly why I did not say anything. I'm a coward and didn't want to face the repercussions of my actions, and didn't have the balls to have an open, honest, and mature discussion about how I felt before being a cheating idiot. This was so much easier for me. I really think me just disappearing will help you move on faster. I really can't be bothered to deal with your emotions and pain, and face my cheating idiotic ways. This is so much easier cause I'm a coward. There's no reason for it. There's totally reasons for it, but I don't want to face them. One day I hope we could both look back on our relationship fondly as something that helped us become better people. I hope you get over this because I have, and wouldn't subject me to any ramifications of my actions. Oh, and I don't regret what I did, so there's that. I hope you can reach that point in yourself. I'm already over it and you should be, but if you're not, it's your fault and there's something wrong with you. Exactly this. It angered me to the point that I wanted to reply, but I realized that's probably what she wants. The fact that she reacted tells that she cares more about her reputation than hurt she caused you. Keep telling everyone that asks what happened. Exactly. After I found out my girlfriend cheated, she didn't try to contact me in any way to apologize. Then as soon as she finds out I told people what she did, she's showing up at my house unannounced, basically demanding I don't tell anyone. The reality is that these narcissists would prefer if you just hid away, so they could ignore the repercussions of what they did. Their reputation or public mask is the thing that motivates them. That was a BS message she sent you. Many backhanded digs she took at you. You have some rough days ahead of you, but they'll become less and less as time goes on. Sounds like you have a few good friends that have your back. Lean on them for support. I definitely will. What a weak apology. Sorry I cheated, but it was cruel of you to tell people. What the heck is that? As if her actions will ever allow you to remember fond memories about her. She's tainted her entire 5 years. What a total idiot. And she's in her 30s. So begins a string of poor relationships for her, since she doesn't own her behavior and instead plays the victim. This is about as best closure as you'll get. that she isn't the woman you thought she was. Do the work to heal from the trauma she left you with and focus on healthier and happier relationships. Now for the second update. Recap. Couple of months ago, ex-lover of 5 years cheated on me, then ghosted when I confronted her. I went strict no contact. She tried to incite a response in me with messages from blank accounts, but I didn't respond. Now, a few days ago, my dad passed away. Somehow she found out, and on social media I have received such an outpouring of support from my friends, and some of them are friends with her friends. My friends already know not to talk to me about her, or share anything about me with her or her friends. I'm not too fazed. It's on social media, so she was bound to find out eventually. My mother is broken, but my ex, who has been blocked by my mother and family, decides to text my mother her condolences. She goes so far as to imply that being the caring person she is, she would like to offer my mother her support and attend the funeral. Guess who with? If you guess affair partner, then you're right. Why? Because he will support her while she's supporting my mother. This sucks because my mom loved her, and they were close until she cheated. Mom didn't bother responding. She just told me what happened, told me she doesn't want her there or to reach out again, and will leave it to me to handle it because she doesn't want unnecessary drama after all this. Now I have no choice but to confront her. I also know confronting her is giving her exactly what she wants. She'll be able to say I'm the one reaching out to her. What should I do? What should I say? I have not dealt with it yet, but I plan to. Edit, she actually did say that she wants to offer my mother support without risk of hostility from me. Yeah, because ignoring her is an attack on her apparently. Now for more advice before the last update. Write her a text, a simple and direct message. I don't reach out to you because I want to, but only because my mom asked me to. Do not, I repeat, do not show up at the funeral of my dad. We, especially my mom, are already facing a tough time and don't need any additional drama by my ex, who cheated on me and ran away like a coward, showing up with the very person she cheated on me with. We don't want you there. You are not invited and not welcome. Stay away from me and my family. No one is interested in having any contact with you. Also, please do not reply to this message. It would be useless since I will block you right away again as soon as I can see that the message has been delivered. And also, please never again reach out to my mom. She has more than enough on her plate and doesn't need the additional drama that would come if you contact her. By the way, my condolences to the loss of your dad. Thank you. I wouldn't give her such a nice response. I'd text, "You're now dead to me. Please never contact me again," from your mother's phone on her behalf. Have you also thought about writing a vague response on social media for mutual friends to give her? Something like, "Can someone please tell X not to contact us or come to the funeral? Thanks." Just get a friend to contact her and tell her in no uncertain terms that neither she nor the affair partner is welcome, and to please stay away, as no one including your mother wants or needs her there. Or perhaps write a simple note out telling her this, and have someone that knows both of you deliver it. No need to talk to her at all. I agree. Get a trusted friend who has your back no matter what to do this for you. I would absolutely do this for my family or friends. Stay no contact OP. This is her way attending the funeral with a fair partner to play with your mind. Why? Is she twisted where she plays games to be the center of attention? Because to me, she seems like a narcissist attention seeker. A meme. Edit and mini update. Thank you all so much for your condolences. I'd have loved to answer each one of you individually. Thank you all from the bottom of mine and the family's hearts. I took all your advice into consideration. At the end of the day, regardless of the harsh way I personally want to put my ex in her place, I think I see things my mother's way. I don't want any sort of conflict or ill will, or cruel words spoken about the circumstances in which I'm putting Dad to rest. I just want peace until after the funeral. I decided I will not respond to her in any way. I've also spoken to my family through the group to tell them about what happened. Understandably, many were angry and wanted to rip her a new one. I pleaded with them to restrain themselves, that we needed to stand in solidarity and agree we will all meet her attempts with complete silence, and to also set as much as possible on their profiles to private in case she's creeping. I think all of them to agree that if she reaches out to them, we'll just ignore and block as many times as necessary. Won't even acknowledge she exists. Everyone's so protective of my mom now, so there's a new unity to the family that's really humbling. I'll speak to the funeral personnel about the ex to make sure in case she does show up, that she'll be turned away. I'll go to the police station tomorrow to at least inform them just in case. Maybe they can advise me as well. If a restraining order is my only recourse, I'll take steps in that direction. Lastly, when I told my friends about it, they weren't surprised. Turns out X is posting about being devastated by the loss of her uncle, or some such BS, and is soaking up the pity like a leech. My friends had already agreed amongst themselves to keep this under wraps to not stress me out. They volunteered to be spokesmen and spread the word to literally everyone that she isn't welcome, and that we'll have security to keep her out if need be. They'll also run interference for me the whole day of. I was really touched. They insisted on it, that I should just focus on Mom, and they'll take care of everything to do with her. I told them I don't even want to hear anything until after the funeral. Right now my priority is making sure Mom isn't affected by anything else. I'm staying with her until the funeral. She's a really religious woman, so she doesn't want to be too harsh with the ex and says she's forgiven her, or is trying to. So the best she can do is continue to just ignore her. I'll update after the burial, I think. Thanks for showing me not to react emotionally. God bless.